This was my second hunt for red deer. I'd been up at this property 6 months earlier in early January 2016, but I'd gotten pretty sick following that pretty soon after that, and I'd been just on my arse. I hadn't been able to work or anything. It had been a shit house. Anyway, so things had finally, get into June, things are finally starting to seem a bit friendlier. I thought, fuck, I might have a chance to get out and be outside of this house. So I chucked all my shit in a crate, and I had a new Prime Shift bow, was second-hand one, and I hadn't had much of a chance to shoot it. And with that level of preparedness, I set off with my brother Caleb to try and get some meat.
Little babies. 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't move, they're coming this way. No, he's moving. Once he ducks his head down, let's fucking just get down low. I'm gonna take all my gear off. Let's get down. Well, that was a intense little stalk. Felt like about 2 hours crawling around on my hands and knees. We come up here. We come from that direction over there. I spotted 3 deer and they fed along down here. And I come in and I stalked down this hill on them, and I got within 40 yards, and I don't know, probably rushed a bit of adrenaline and shit towards the end when I was getting close to taking the shot. I was behind a tree when he cottoned onto me. I was just getting ready to take a shot, and looking at me, and then it was just sort of that game of it staring at me and me standing still and staring back at it, and they all sort of cottoned on eventually, and the big one barked at us, and I decided just to leave it there and not chase him and spook him any further, hopefully. Maybe get another crack at him tomorrow. The younger ones seemed to not have much of a clue what was going on. I was getting in real close to them and they weren't even looking. It's only when I got to get a bit greedy and stood up that they cottoned on. Caleb's just down here with his dirty 30. If he shoots a deer, I'll be pissed. Bows first. We'll go down to another dam where we know there's been deer seen.
We saw no more deer, but gave the property a good look over until mid-morning. Then we headed into town to see our grandfather, who told us stories of our great-grandfather who had fought at Gallipoli and through to the end of the war in France. The property we were hunting on was based around his original war allotment, and when I walked through it, past rusting machinery and sagging fences, I imagined my grandfather, his brothers, and my great-grandfather working to improve the place.
Belgium was coming. We when they read a forest. You all knocked down a bird seed. You stuck with that. He just kept it on with the husband. He worked out when he freeze right down the gate. He was out the hole. You just that's fine. His rifle. You got him. The field marshal. A field sergeant. He used to tell blokes to do something, and they were like Norway style and go see him. They would say, he'd be on your roof, and then he'd shout through there. Every hill here. And have a bunch of them. He did the other week too,
This is our second morning out. We come across 4 also deer out in this field here. There's shit absolutely everywhere. They were in here, but we got fucking winded. 100 yards out and we saw him just move off at a trot. Caleb's pissed off like straight east, which is where they'll probably be heading. But they did head north originally. Chucking the boots on real quick. I'm gonna just fucking book north. I'll probably jog up there and I'll try and catch them before they fucking head into the scrub. Alright, let's go. I jogged for all of fucking 10 metres. Fair bit of action there. So I come down through here looking for fucking deer, heading back into the scrub. Getting pretty late in the morning. I had 2 shots and I was like, oh fuck. Anyway, I thought they're probably gonna head through this way. So I stuck it out here, I just waited. And sure enough, like one come busting through real fast, probably running from where he took the shot. I pulled him up here. I gave him a little mew, and he stopped, or she stopped, and took a shot, but too high, went over the top. So I got to go find that arrow. And then when I was sort of walking down that way more, another 2 come along, and they weren't so worried. They were a bit wary, but they were eating and shit. But I sort of sat there and had a watch of them. They were about 100 yards out, and I couldn't really, they sort of pegged me a bit. I was sticking out a bit from a bush, and I didn't want to move then to suddenly disappear. I just stuck it out. If anything, like, I was pretty happy that I didn't fucking spook anything this time. That was like my main goal, just to be patient. And I did sort of run along, and I got close to him, but they just darted across into the bush. But yeah, I am happy that I didn't fucking spook him. That was my main aim, not to rush anything. So yeah, more excitement, and hopefully the brother's got one down. I'll go up the fucking hill again, pick up my pack that I dropped when I was coming down here, and then walk up more fucking hills and go and see him. Hopefully I can have a bit of a go at the butchering. Oh, there he is, I can see him. Hey, how do you like them apples? There's the arrow. Fuck, it couldn't have been far off, but if it's come, fuck, it must have been fucking just below, above the bastard. Fuck me.
We searched extensively for the deer my brother had shot at, but found only an unconvincing blood trail and signs of a quick exit from the property. We both hoped he lived to fight another day, as the infrequent blood droplets suggested, and some lessons were definitely learned. Returning to camp, I tried to get some practice in, but found my arrow rest was having some pretty severe problems. A big thank you to Wayne from the Nango Archery Supplies, who invited me to his house at 6 o'clock on a Saturday evening to fix it and impart some of his extensive knowledge on all things archery and bow hunting.
Friday, Saturday, 3rd morning. I'm heading north, where we saw a decent amount of deer. They shouldn't be too spooked, hopefully. And there's a big stag down there, and I don't really give a fuck about that. I just want to get some meat, but we'll see how we go. Well, that's that for our second trip out here after red deer. No luck. Fucking nothing today. They've all cleared out. It was pretty windy last night. I don't know if, like, really windy. I don't know if that would have buggered them off, but we'd fucking had a pretty good effort at spooking them all in here too. So that's the end of that trip. I'm pretty happy. I was real happy with that off the cuff shot I took. Maybe the arrow rest fault a little bit.
and I probably pulled it a little high, but there wasn't much in it, and that was just, you know, split second sort of thing, and putting the deer up, and even making the decision to just hang there and see if one come through. So that was good, and just sort of bringing a bit more patience to the game. So there were plenty of deer in here this time. So yeah, good fun. I'm fucking shagged. Left knee is not in a good way, and I just realised I've walked away from the car. I forgot I fucking drove the car down the other end of the property. So I've walked up to camp. Now I've got to walk down the fucking bottom again and pick up the car, I do believe. Fuck. Alright, so I'll try and put this together in a movie. Probably, you know, I can just sort of improve my skills as we go along, and make some good movies in the future. Hopefully next time a deer.